Ohtani Teach. Wrapping up a season to remember. 2025 proved to be a monumental season in the historic career of the greatest baseball player of our generation. Ohtani was unanimously named the National League's most valuable player on November 13, receiving all 31st place votes from the Baseball Writers Association of America. It is his third MVP award in a row, and his fourth unanimous MVP selection in the past 5 years. He trails only Barry Bonds, who has received the honor 7 times. Outside of Ohtani, no other player in MLB history has more than one unanimous MVP selection. After winning their 8th World Series championship in 2024, in Ohtani's first season with the club, there were numerous question marks surrounding him and the Dodgers entering the 2025 season. Following his second elbow surgery in September 2023, Ohtani did not pitch for the entire 2024 season and spent the season exclusively as the designated hitter. Complicating his elbow injury was a torn labrum in his non-throwing shoulder that Ohtani sustained in Game 2 of the 2024 World Series while sliding into second base. Although Ohtani played through the series, he struggled at the plate, going 1-11 after the injury, and was in noticeable pain for the duration of the series. The Dodgers' plan for 2025 was to have Ohtani return in his DH role and resume pitching duties mid-season, with expectations that he would be fully healthy late in the regular season for the playoff run. The Dodgers opened the 2025 season in Tokyo, where they played 2 regular season games and 2 exhibition games. Ohtani received a hero's welcome back in his native Japan, which some compared to the hysteria of the Beatles' arrival in Japan in 1966. After splitting exhibition games with the Yomiuri Giants and Hanshin Tigers, the Dodgers beat the Cubs 4-1 to open the regular season behind a 5-inning, 1-run performance by Dodger ace Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Ohtani had 2 hits and scored 2 runs in the game. The Dodgers followed that up with a 6-3 win against the Cubs, with Ohtani hitting his first home run of the regular season in the 5th inning to the delight of the sold-out crowd at the Tokyo Dome. The Dodgers had an up-and-down start to their season. After winning their first 8 games, they dropped 6 of their next 9, finishing the month of April at 21-10. Ohtani had a hot bat, hitting .307 with 7 home runs and 12 RBIs. Ohtani and his wife, Mamiko Tanaka, welcomed a baby daughter, announcing the birth on Instagram on April 19. The Dodgers struggled in May as the team collectively slumped at the plate, compiling a record of 15-12, and ended the month just a game and a half ahead of the San Diego Padres for the division lead. Ohtani continued to excel, however, batting .309 in May, while belting 15 home runs and being named the National League Player of the Month. June was better, with the Dodgers winning 17 games while losing 10, for an overall record of 53-32 for the season. Ohtani made his pitching debut on June 16 against the Padres, throwing 28 pitches in the first inning. He gave up an earned run on 2 hits, but showed impressive velocity at over 100 miles per hour. He also went 2 for 4 with 2 RBs in the game, demonstrating his effectiveness as a dual threat. For the month of June, Ohtani hit .265 with 7 home runs and 17 RBs. He made 4 starts in June, pitching 20 1/3 innings, and striking out 28, with an impressive ERA of 2.21, even though he was on a pitch count throughout the regular season. The Dodgers' struggles resumed in July, with the club posting a dubious 10-14 record for the month. Their hitting woes continued to plague the team, and their bullpen, which faced key injuries earlier in the season, continued to underperform. Ohtani, for his part, continued to rake at a high level, hitting .283 with 13 home runs and 24 RBs. He hit a home run in 5 consecutive games in July, tying a Dodger franchise record. On the mound, Ohtani made 4 starts in July, compiling a 4.11 ERA as the team continued the slow buildup of innings following his surgery. Ohtani made his 5th consecutive start in the All-Star game, going 1 for 2 with a single, and becoming the only other player besides David Ortiz to start 5 consecutive All-Star games as a DH. The Dodgers' August was much like their lackluster July, with the ball club finishing with a 15-14 record and barely maintaining their division lead over the surging Padres. Injuries, inconsistent hitting, and continuing bullpen woes dogged the team. Ohtani didn't miss a beat at the plate, hitting .306 for the month with 7 home runs, 12 RBIs, and 24 runs scored. On August 27, he earned his first win of the season as a pitcher, tossing 5 innings of one-run baseball and striking out 9 batters against the Reds. For the month, Ohtani had a pedestrian 5.71 ERA, but his pitch count continued to improve, with him throwing 66, 73, 81, and 87 pitches in his 4 starts. Despite losing the first 5 games in September, the Dodgers recovered nicely to finish the month with a 16-10 record and a 93-69 record for the season. Ohtani hit .316 with 12 home runs, 20 RBIs, and 24 runs scored in September. Ohtani made 2 starts for the Dodgers in September, pitching a total of 11 innings of shootout baseball while striking out 13 batters. Ohtani had one of the greatest statistical seasons in baseball history in 2025. He finished the season with 55 home runs, breaking the Dodgers' single-season franchise record for most home runs in a season, which he set in 2024 with 54 dingers. Ohtani led MLB with 146 runs scored, finished second in on-base plus slugging, OPS, at 1.014, and led the national lead in slugging percentage at .622. He joined an elite group of 6 sluggers in MLB history to hit 50 home runs in back-to-back seasons. Ohtani's 146 runs scored broke Babe Ruth's modern-day season record of 144 set in 1930. 2025 also saw Ohtani become the only player in MLB history to have multiple seasons with at least 50 home runs and 20 stolen bases. As a pitcher, in limited action, Ohtani had a sub-3 ERA, 2.87. In 47 innings, he struck out 62 batters. The Dodgers met the Reds in the National League Wild Card Series, and Ohtani's 2 home runs in Game 1 helped propel the Dodgers to the series sweep. Ohtani's heroics continued into the National League Championship Series against the Brewers. Although he struggled at the plate in the first 3 games of the series, he had a historic 3-home run performance in Game 4 to clinch the sweep for the Dodgers, including blasting a 469-foot shot that flew out of the stadium. In the same game, Ohtani started and pitched 6 innings of shootout baseball, striking out 10 batters. No other pitcher has ever hit 3 home runs in the same game in the postseason. Ohtani was named the NLCS MVP for his performance. Ohtani's greatness did not diminish in the World Series against the Toronto Blue Jays. Notably, he reached base an eye-popping 9 times in Game 3, a new postseason record. He also had 4 extra base hits in that game, tying the single-game World Series record set in 1906. After a hard-fought 7 games, the Dodgers prevailed and claimed their 9th World Series championship, and clearly, Ohtani was central to the success of the team. Every time Ohtani steps on the diamond, he is making history. We are undoubtedly watching the greatest player of our generation, and possibly of all time. 2025 was an amazing year for Ohtani, and it begs the question, what's in store for 2026?